I met this guy at John Spring. I was talking to this fellow and I could see he was what is the recipe? She refused to let me know.
The way she makes it. And what is it? Boiled.
The temperature was over 100.
You want to keep me awake.
No, 조금 넣어서이나.
It's like everybody had enough tea, huh? That is good. Actually, the we made 2 pots. Oh, 2 pots. Yeah, everybody wears pants, don't they?
Why don't you go in comfort?
Thank you so much, Val. Appreciate that, Mr. Pasita.
Okay, darling. Good job.
So I don't think Adele is going to be going.
She's going?
You're going to go with them then?
Baba.
upwards of wearing by flight. They were starving. And starving, and every day it would appear in the newspaper about.
And he knew better English than all of us.
Oh,
You can see how painful it has been.
Yeah. Because he was
Then-
forcing Aloha, he was
So-
not giving him what he wanted, and so that's the exchange. Whatever you give, you get.
But how good, how long? That's what I know. How you teach me. You don't, why you? Nothing. You say 20 times.
Mom, are you filming it at the right level?
Okay, now let's do it outside dancing. To take it.
Half percent.
Take the last video with Mr. Bhaujie. Mr. Bhaujie, the only man in the world. And the only man in the world at your particular stage. That's what I'm saying.
So half بزنی. Why don't you say something?
It doesn't record our voice, so it's a beautiful day.
It doesn't record the voice?
That you are living that. This is a sort of reality that we have to accept. So you, thank you so much for coming. It's we're very honored.
But if you stop that, then and then right to me that you have stopped, then I may think about coming here.
Oh.
It's on your shoulder.
Is that a problem?
If you stop,
If I start, no problem.
I may think about it.
There's a possibility. So why don't you get this, video and then other pictures now. Stop. Hey, play the red button. بدون ما كان زي شو بدي stop شو
نکردم
stop بابا stop
Bye.
Aloma wanted to go here, there are so many places. I think he got it. So he said that I'm going to die now. So he's bury me here, this, that, all instructions here. But after 2 days it was all gone. And he came back. Now he will
Oh, by the way, I'm glad that you mentioned. I was going to ask you, I'm thinking about, when I die. I'm just the fact, anyway, I'm going to die. So, what do you do? Can I, follow the Muslim tradition? Or, is my body to be buried, or,
No, there is no restriction. Whatever you want.
John, go in. Go inside.
It does not make any difference.
Come, go, John.
It does not.
Come on, John. You're missing in the picture. You are missing. There he is, John.
It becomes tradition. When it is
Mama, the phone is ringing.
when it is from the heart, the same thing becomes law. Tradition, why we call it tradition? Because it's just like now you go to our school. All love. There is one third person there behind the people are there. So he goes there.
Stop.
Hardly. Then he finds that yes, people come here and they bow down. So he thinks that it must be here. So I must also bow down. So he bows down to the tradition. I do bow down to the Buddha. So this is the difference. Otherwise tradition is not there. It is because of the love. Tradition. But if it is not love, then it becomes a thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Bhaujie.
Doesn't make any difference.
Bhaujie telephone from Hawaii. J. Rom.
From Hawaii.
Actually,
Do you know your base?
yeah, I got the directions.
You are not
How do you say? How did Baba teach you? How did Baba teach you to say how to say Jai Baba to him?
Jai Baba, of course, we would not say to Baba.
What would you do?
Nothing. We would not even say thank you to Baba.
What would you do?
Nothing.
Are you holding for somebody? Are you holding?
Yes. That's Hawaii. I don't know what happened. In future, something happens, I will definitely inform you. How are you, Jairam? Remember that you are Ram's victory. Yes. Neem trees? There are many. Yes, many neem trees there.
Bhayo,
Seeds, of course,
come along. Hello,
I don't
Pa.
think so.
Come on.
Previously, of course, they were doing that, but
Bhayo,
now
look at it.
nobody collects. But there are so many neem trees there. I see. But if you want, of course, I will ask someone to collect seeds there. Generally in summer, of course, we get seeds. So if you want, of course, I will ask someone to collect seeds for you. Yes, I will.
شباب گرفتم ماما اذیتش نکن آخی الهی ببین
Yes. Generally, in the month of June and July, of course, the seeds are there. I will ask someone to collect for you.
آره ببینیم ماما صفه آره
It is really a very good tree, neem.
Oh, gee.
And in summer, of course, it is always green.
بھیا hello
Good.
Hey,
I
John.
will be here up to
Hello.
28.
Wonderful stay here.
And from here I will go
Really
to Paris.
Thank you. Oh, you're saying that Baba's
Yes.
picture. Did you see that picture?
Yes.
Nice picture, yeah, I like it. Beautiful.
Yes.
Baba and the
Up till now,
children.
the 5 albums have come out. 6th will be coming out after some time, some months.
داره نمیگیره رکورد
Spelling for that purpose I
Mahmoud, M-A-H M-F-M-O-U-D or M-O-O-D O-D, yeah, double O. N-A-S-R-R-M
Elham, E-L-H-A-M, Payam, P-A-Y-M,
Y-A-N.
and A-M. O-W-R-A-N-G.
Very nice.
Very well. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yeah.
Very good. Thank you.
Well, they didn't record any
Yeah.
voices.
No voices? How do you know?
Yes,
It
no.
does?
No, it doesn't.
Are you sure?
No, yeah, it has a recorder. Yes, it does. It does record. It does.
Oh, it's recording. What do you?
What volume?
All right, I'm familiar with you.
Yeah, I have no
If you can get down separately. All right.
Right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. I really appreciate it.
Let me see your hand. Which ear? This part was the one that you I'm so glad you're doing okay. I remember when you came, you couldn't write good.
Yes.
You know, it bothers you. I'm so happy.
And actually, you didn't exercise so much, did you?
No, I didn't.
Really?
Uh-huh.
It was because of that writing. 18 hours, 17 hours a day, continuously. All these books with him. Not only this, but there were other books too. Just continuously. And you will be really amazed that this 21 volumes, how much time did I take? 7 months.
21 volumes?
Yes, 7 months.
Imagine.
So also in Hindi I wrote our biography in first 3 months and 20 days, 14,000 couplets.
Oh my God. Baba gave us so much power.
And this Nothing and the Everything, the New Life, and other books too.
Do you know how long it takes them to write a book for ordinary paper? 2-3 years. Isn't it?
And I tell you, Baba would not just give me time. So one day what happened while writing, I just thought in the evening I must go for a walk. So I was going for a walk and just I heard this.
Baba will catch you right at the
Came back. Then I never went for a walk.
So you didn't want you to walk. You just wanted you to finish it.
Yes. And good that at that time I finished, otherwise afterwards when I joined the trust, no time. No time. This year I could not, I could not find any time just to write ghazals, otherwise I would write. But this year, after I returned, no time.
So
And previously I would write ghazals means when there would be some more people would come and I would just stop writing. Again, when they would come, another couplet, another one would come. It would happen like this. But this time, nothing, no time.
No time to think about others.
I think the trans office seems to me, even though it looks like small, but the volume of work is enormous.
Yes. And then, of course, these accounts and legal things and so many things are involved. Then we have to prepare the plan just like now after March. So 1 year plan, financial as well as the projects, different projects. And then you contract and execute agreement and this. It goes on like
Oh, she's happy. Happy mommy.
Now I won't leave him alone anymore.
Could you sleep well last night?
No, you have no idea the control.
Oh, that's
now for creating,
Yeah,
of course, again you just brought big pamphlets here, there for sightseeing and this and that.
Bhaujie, thank you for coming. You want to see? Oh, yeah. Okay.
Open the door.
Oh, yeah. من میگیرم
بزن از عکس از باوجی نه
ببین
Beloved God, help us all to love you more and more, and more and more, and still yet more, till we become worthy of union with you. And help us all to hold fast to Baba's Dhamma till the very end. Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai! Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai! Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai!
Come,
I say it is not real, it does not exist. It does not exist, but we give existence, and that's why the evil is there. If we don't give existence to it, it is not there. When you remember anything, oh, this is evil, of course we exist. So who gives existence? We. We give existence to evil, otherwise it is not there. It does not exist at all. Now people say that devil has no rest. How can devil enjoy rest? Because it does not exist. And then it does not exist. So how can it take rest? Not possible. But why it is said that devil has no rest? Because we all, people of the world, give existence to it, remain attached with the devil, and that's why it is there. Otherwise it is not there. Every day, of course, you see different things, you do different things. You also think about the devil, evil. But when you go back to sleep, what happens? You forget everything. And when you forget everything, you forget to that extent that you forget yourself, you forget your body, you forget your friends, you forget your wife, children, husband, everything. So you give existence to that which does not exist. And that existence which we give, it is evil or devil or good or bad both. God is neither good nor bad. He is beyond good and bad both. But because we give existence to good and bad, devil and evil, everything, and that's why we find that yes, it is there. It is our false self. The false self gives existence to all the things which are false, which do not exist. Only reality exists as reality, and reality is eternal. God is eternal. People may call, there are some who call him God. There are some who call Allah. Different words are there for the same reality. But the reality only exists and nothing else. So then why it is there? What is there in the world? The illusion. Why it is there? Because you have to experience the reality through this illusion. When you are there as substance, your shadow is also there. But so long you don't know that it is your shadow, you are affected by that. Shadow does not do anything. You are the substance. If you move your hand, the shadow also moves. If you get angry at your shadow, so the shadow gets angry. When you start beating the shadow, it appears as if the shadow is also beating you, but you get hurt. You are the one, the substance is in you, it is your shadow. So long you don't know that it is your shadow, you are affected by that. But when you know that, oh, this is my shadow, so you are not affected by that. The world is nothing but the shadow of God. And the shadow, because we don't realize that it is shadow, and that's why we are affected. There is nothing like good and evil in the world. If it is there, it is only in illusion. We have to go beyond that. And beyond that, to go where? That reality is within ourselves. It is, we are all here. We don't move about, we don't do anything, we don't take birth, we don't die. It happens only in illusion. It happens only in dream. This is nothing we think that we are awake, but we are dreaming. And we have to wake up from that dream. Here is Mehra. She says, I am dreaming. How should I get up from the dream? Whether she needs discourses or this, if you just go on giving her nice discourse about God, it is good, but still I am dreaming. Your discourse is good, God is reality, but of course reality I don't experience, I am dreaming. Please do something, I want to realize the reality. And of course she is longing to experience the reality. So what does she require? She requires one slap. Slap from that one who knows everything. Just one slap and you wake up from that dream. So it is that question of a moment. But in order to solve that question, it takes ages and ages and ages. Because we want to dream. We like dreams. Good dreams, bad dreams. When bad dreams are there, we just want to have good dreams. But we don't go beyond that. We never think of waking up from the dream. And that's why the life, it is only one life. There is no beginning and no end to the real life. There is beginning and end of illusory life. So each one has two types of life. One life, real life, eternal life, it is always there. Other life, that is illusory life, it is attached with that real life. And it is, it has beginning and it has end. When there is beginning, there must be an end to it. When end comes, then you know that, oh, nothing happened to you. Mountain cannot go to Muhammad. Muhammad goes to the mountain. So, he is the one who is responsible for the whole creation. And because his responsibility is there, then of course he has to look after everyone. There is no everyone, there is only one. Only oneness is there, and if we find division, that is illusion. Each one has the film. The film is there. As soon as you come in creation, your film is ready. And the film is there, and then of course that film is exposed. So we just see everything. Now, when you go to movie, the operator is there. You just see the film in the curtain there, and the operator goes on, and he also gets absorbed. He forgets that I am doing this. He forgets. He just sees the film. But something, if it happens, suppose something drops on his head, then of course he stops operating. As soon as he stops operating, there is nothing on the screen. Nothing. Then he comes to know, oh, I was the person who was operating the film. So the film is ready from beginning to end for everyone, and we are exposing what to say. Really speaking, each one is the creator, each one is the preserver, and each one is the destroyer. This 3x Trinity is with everyone. Now this Tony Greece, I call him Infinite Greece. So, in the morning when he wakes up, what does he do? He starts creating his own world. So long he is awake, he preserves that world which he creates. When he goes back to sleep, he destroys his world which he has created. Every day it happens. And why it happens? Because God, as creator, preserver and destroyer. Trinity is with everyone, and God is indivisible. So when God is indivisible and He is in everyone, so God is there. So these 3 acts, they are with each one: creator, preserver and destroyer. So each one is creator, of course, because this limited mind is there, our creation is limited, but the acts are there. 3 acts, Trinity is there, just to create, destroy, preserve and destroy. Every day it happens. But one day, when you experience that, then you know, oh, I am the creator, I am the preserver, I am the destroyer. And to get that experience, of course, we are in creation. And I should say that you are really very, very fortunate that you have come in contact with that one who can just destroy your film in a moment through his slap. Hard slap? No, very gentle, don't do it. He feels scared. Just gentle, very gentle. But it is the question of a moment. It is not that there is nothing for him, just if he gives and you wake up from the dream. So it goes on, but how to do it, how to follow him? Of course, Scott always says that it is very difficult for me to remember Baba. Very difficult. I am just busy with different work. I have got doctorate. I have to teach in the college. Very difficult task. I remember physics, chemistry. But how is it possible for me to remember Baba? It goes very, very difficult. But how to remember? Just show the way how to remember. One incident I quote. Baba was at Mehrazad and he would always be in seclusion. He would not see people. But one day, one major from the army, he wrote a letter to Baba. He was at Ahmednagar. So he writes that I am transferred from here and I don't know when I will be able to come back. So before I leave Ahmednagar, I just want to see you. So please allow me to see you for 5 minutes. And Baba permitted. So he comes along with his wife, and he was from that Sikh, Punjabi. There is one religion. So from that religion he had come, he had beard. They always keep beard. So along with his wife, when he came, they embraced Baba and they were sitting there. And Baba says that Guru Nanak was a perfect master. Guru Nanak was a master and after him this religion was formed. So he says Guru Nanak was a perfect master. And the wife immediately says to Baba, did you read about him? And Baba says, I don't read, I know. Then the husband says to Baba that Baba, people just tell me that God's name, it has the glory, and the problems, all the problems of the world can be solved if God's name is repeated. But I don't know how to do it. And Baba says, I also don't know. I am God. So how can I know? I don't repeat God's name. So I also don't know how to repeat God's name. He says, very simple. How to remember, how to repeat God's name? I am God, so I never repeat. So I don't know. So he says, don't worry. You will come to know. And then he looks at his wife. He says, where do you come from? Where are your parents? She says, my parents are in Delhi. So do you go to see them? She says, yes, I go there every year. And Baba says, how many days you stay there in Delhi? He said, depending upon his leave, his vacation. Of course, sometimes I stay with them 10 days, sometimes 15 days, but not more than that. So you love your parents? She says, yes, Baba, I love them very much and they love me. Baba says, I am very, very happy to hear this. Suppose you go now and you find that your mother is ill and she is hospitalized and she needs treatment for two months. Then what will you do? Will you just come back after 10 days, 15 days? She says, no, I will not do so. When my mother is sick, I will be there. You will be there? She says, yes. And Baba looks at her husband, and what will you do when she is there in Delhi? What will you do? He says, I will always remember her. Always remember how? Will you take beads, sit in a corner of the room and take her name? He says, no, that I will not do. Then how will you remember? He says, I don't know, but all the time I will remember her when she is not here. Baba says that is repetition of God's name. God should be remembered like this, and that is real remembrance. Otherwise, if you take beads and repeat God's name thousands of years, if you do it, it has no meaning. It should be wholehearted, it should be natural. And natural in the sense that nobody should know that you are doing that. Your life should be so natural that nobody should know about it what you are doing. You remember when you love someone, you remember it is natural. For that there is no need to take beads. And then of course they could understand. Then there was another thing, another incident which took place. And this incident of course will throw light how we should live in the world, how we should live with the family. So there was another family in Pune, and that family of course husband, wife and children, both were devoted to Baba. And once it so happened that the wife came to see Baba and she felt so happy. When she went back, of course she would not pay attention to the children. There was one room in the house for Baba. She went direct to the room, closed herself, and she was there in the room, just remembering Baba. The children, they came back from school and they saw that the mother, of course, she was in the room, so they did not disturb. Husband, he was the police inspector. When he came back from the duty, he finds that wife was there, but he did not disturb her. On the contrary, he felt very, very happy that my wife loves Baba so much. Oh, how fortunate I am. So he cooked the food for the children and gave the food, and they slept. Early in the morning when he got up, what does he find? That the wife was still in the room. So he cooked the breakfast, took out clean clothes for the children. He asked them to have breakfast and put on the dress and go to the school, and he went to attend to the job. Now what happens? Again the children came back from the school. Mother was still in that room. Husband comes in the evening. He finds that she was there, and still he was very happy that my wife really loves Baba. How fortunate I am. But now, after a few days, he thought that now when she would be there, how I cannot look after the children, I have to attend to the job. So he writes a letter to Baba that this is not a complaint against my wife. On the contrary, I am very happy that she loves you. But I am facing practical difficulties, and that's why I just felt that I should let you know. And he described the whole thing. As soon as that letter was read out to Baba, Baba asked parents to send a telegram and call the whole family. So they came, husband, wife and the children. Now what happens? Baba embraced each one, and Baba says to the wife, I am really very, very pleased with you. You love me so much. I am really very pleased, and I am proud of you because you love me so much. And she was very happy. Now Baba looked at the children, and Baba says, I am very miserable in this because I don't get food in time. I don't get clean clothes. I am miserable in this. Then Baba looks at the husband, and Baba says, I am most miserable in him. Most miserable because I have to attend to my job, I have to look after the children, I have to wash their clothes, I have to cook for them. I am really very, very miserable in him. And then Baba looks at her again, and he says, do you love me? She says, yes, Baba, I love you very much. And Baba says, because you love me, and that's why I am pleased with your love. But you love and you make me pleased only in you, and you make me miserable in them. You make me miserable, I am miserable in them. So if you love me, then of course make me pleased in them, make me happy in them. You just keep me happy in you, within you, and you make me miserable in them. I have given this responsibility to you. Why? So that you may take care of me in them. So you don't take care of them, take care of me in them. You make me miserable there. You make me miserable in him. You just make me pleased in you. I will be very happy if you make me happy in them. And she could follow. Then, of course, whatever family responsibility we have, this is just given by him. It is our duty that we should shoulder that responsibility for him. It is not that you are just doing for yourself. No way. That whatever he has given, the responsibility he has given, you are just like a caretaker. Take care of the responsibility he has given to you. Wife, children, husband, house, whatever is there, it is given by him. So take care of that responsibility. We don't take care of the responsibility, our own responsibility, and we just think about the world. People are suffering, and people, of course, this world is like this. first correct yourself. Correct yourself just in our family, just live happily. And when you live happily, then you can just see that yes, the world is like this, you can do something for the world through your own example. But you just remain miserable, make everyone miserable in the family, and you think about the world. Oh, world is like this, world is miserable, philosophy, all words, crocodile tears. No substance in that. You talk about the world all the time. Don't talk about your family. You don't think about the family members, how to make them happy. It is our responsibility, the responsibility He has given. So it is our duty to make everyone happy in the family. So a small family, you cannot make everyone happy in the family. You just think about the happiness of the world all the time, everywhere. No other talk but the world. World is not happy and they are suffering. What God is doing? Always blame is there for God. The one who is so compassionate, he is always blamed. But how compassionate he is, there is no unimaginable his compassion that you blame him, and he, of course, he says that you remember him. Even if you blame him, his compassion is such that he, of course, he feels happy that you remember, even through blame. That is his compassion. So when small family we have, small responsibility we have, why not to shoulder that responsibility very well so that the beloved may feel happy. So that we cannot do. But we talk about this. Talk about the world, the whole world, as if everything is in your hand. You can make the world happy. So philosophy, of course, philosophy says yes, everyone should be happy. But how to be happy? How will you make others happy? You yourself is not happy. You are not happy. How can you make others happy? So first example, first thing, make the family happy. Shoulder your responsibility. And when you are that, then of course talk about others. Then that is worth. Otherwise it has no meaning. It has no meaning at all, no substance. It is just like we shed crocodile tears. God, everyone except that God is all powerful, infinitely powerful, no doubt about it. So infinite God, infinitely powerful God, can He not elevate all this suffering? Is it impossible for Him to elevate the suffering of the world? It is the question of a moment, if you want that. Because He is all powerful, and all powerful God, if He wants, of course He can elevate everything, make everyone happy. But there must be something, some secret behind it, and that's why He does not do that. So when all powerful God, when He cannot do that, cannot do means He does not want to do that. So when He does not want to do that and you force Him, suppose He makes someone happy and He makes you miserable. Oh God, you made him happy. You have no idea about any sacrifice. Why should you not feel happy when others are happy? That too you cannot bear. He is happy and why not I? I must also be happy. Happy, but happiness you asked him. Why did you give happiness to him? Why not to me? Give me happiness. So you cannot put up with the happiness of others. And at the same time, you just think that, oh, the whole world should be happy. This is just leave everything to Him. Just a small family, whatever you have, just think about it. Think that, yes, I must make every member of the family happy. It is my responsibility. When this responsibility is fulfilled, then I will see towards the world. Of course, mankind is there. Love everyone. And that love, it is quite different thing. Love, don't think that love means you should become modest and just accept anything. Now God is in everyone and you must love God in everyone. Cobra is there and God is in the cobra. So embrace the cobra because you love the cobra. So embrace. So God says there, no, keep away from me. You love me, but keep away from me. So do not go to that extent to embrace cobra. That is not love. Love is that which makes others happy. If you embrace the cobra, cobra will not feel happy. On the contrary, because the cobra would feel scared and he will bite. So that is not love. Love is quite different thing. Suppose on the table there is poison, a glass of poison is there, and of course a child is there. The child does not know what is poison, so he catches hold of the glass and he